ceremony, also to the parents, and a couple familiar faces of prior past cadets and adults from the unit, so I'm glad to see. At this time, I'd like to introduce Captain Michael Ahern, Committee Chairman from Navy League of Hampton Roads Council.
Thank you, Skipper. Good afternoon, everyone. And I'm very impressed with this ceremony. I used to be a wing commander, and I had 9 squadrons. And I went through a lot of changes of command. This is back on, of course, on active duty. But this is just as impressive as any I've been to. So, and you're doing a great job, and everyone else is too. Father, thank you for coming in today. And Father Naylor is a retired Navy chaplain, and he continues to serve. And when he walked in, he looked at his watch and he said, "I'm a Notre Dame fan. Are you going to have me out of here by 3:30? And I said, "I'm a Notre Dame fan also." I went to the Naval Academy. But this is kind of a bittersweet moment for me in many respects, since I've been doing this job as the Navy League sponsor for this unit for 19 years. And I haven't gotten very good at it yet. That's why they keep me in the job. I haven't been promoted. So, but anyways, and I've been with the skipper for 17 years. He was XO for 2 years and then skipper for 15 years. And we actually, in a way, go further back than that. He was in the Riverine Forces in Vietnam on PBRs, and I was with the Seawolves. We flew Huey gunships in the Mekong Delta. And we were over there approximately the same time, going back to the late 60s. So even though we didn't know each other then, I really believe we are kindred spirits. And it all started back in the Brownwater Navy, back in a war a lot of you are just studying about. Doesn't really have an impact when you look at it in the books, but we lived it. And so, Skipper, that bond is there and will be there forever. When I first took over in this position, or assumed this position, we were over at Naval Air Station. We had a little tiny space, and we had like maybe 15 cadets would show up, sometimes less. And we've since moved on to the base here at Building B30, but the biggest thing that's happened is that this unit has grown to the point that it's bigger now than it's ever been. And particularly back in those days, but also we've been in the top 5 in the nation for the past about 10 years. And so not only are we getting quantity, but we're getting quality. And a lot of that has to do with the staff, but it also has to do with the skipper and his leadership. And I know that the incoming skipper, Lieutenant Rulu, will continue these traditions. And when I said bittersweet with this relationship that I've got with the skipper, it's really not that bad. I mean, I'm not going to be the maudlin Irishman standing here, because we've got another job for him. He stays in B30. He'll be working as a director overseeing other programs, so I'll still be seeing him and working with him, so it's not the end of the world. But anyway, Skipper, thanks for all you've done. And I'm looking forward to this new job. I think it's going to expand the scope. It's going to improve the footprint of the Sea Cadets down in this entire area here. I know that there's a lot of needy units out there that are going to benefit from your expertise. So we've got a lot of appreciation. Is someone going to read that for us? Yeah. And do you want to read it? Yeah. And this is from the Sea Cadets, from the Navy League, and signed by Mary Ellen Baldwin, who is the executive director. So I'll let you do that.
Lieutenant Commander Bill Gallagher, Commanding Officer, Top Header Squadron, Sea Cadet Program. Dear Lieutenant Commander Gallagher, the Navy League chapter of Hampton Roads would like to extend their appreciation to Lieutenant Commander Bill Gallagher for his dedication and commitment to the Sea Cadet Program. His service to this outstanding program includes 2 years as Executive Officer of Top Hatters, followed by 15 years as Commanding Officer. This 17 years of dedication has resulted in Skipper Gallagher making the major contribution to the lives of numerous young men and women as well as the most significant contribution to the readiness and strength of the U.S. Navy. Since arriving as the Top Hatter's executive officer, Skipper Gallagher has been largely responsible for the growth and professional development of the Top Hatter Squadron. His leadership and recruiting efforts were significant in that the squadron ranks grew from 15 cadets to an average manning level of 70 to 75 cadets. He was responsible for developing close ties with the active duty forces by developing ship sponsors, partners with naval base and chief petty officer organizations, as well as Navy Expeditionary Force personnel. These partnerships and relations resulted in connecting the fledgling Sea Cadets with the active duty naval forces, thereby showing them what a future the naval service would entail. Additionally, these liaisons made the drill weekends more interesting and challenging, which resulted in increased recruiting and retention rates. The Top Hatters flourished number-wise, but most significantly, they did so with an excellence and accomplishment that is staggering. Over the past 10 years, Top Hatters has ranked within the top 5 units in the nation, which includes over 400 units. They were number 1 in the nation during this period, which within itself a remarkable feat. This consistency of excellence was matched by the fact that during this period, 100% of the graduating Sea Cadets entered military service in some capacity, ranging from enlisted to officer programs that included appointments to the U.S. Naval Academy. Given the goal of being an ascension program, this performance not only complements the national rankings success story, but in some respects supersedes that remarkable level of achievement. In summary, the Navy League extends a heartfelt thank you to Skipper Gallagher for his dedication and work to serve the individual, the Navy, and the nation. We realize that we have been blessed to have Skipper Gallagher, and hopefully this letter will inspire the same feelings to all those who are present. Sincerely, Mary Ellen Baldwin, Executive Director.
Okay, well, once again, thanks for everything you've done.